Rudy Giuliani needs to learn that sometimes the best thing a human being can do in certain circumstances is to shut their mouth and say nothing. That is a valuable piece of advice that I freely offer to really everyone out there. Sometimes the best thing to say is nothing at all. But Giuliani is a man who clearly doesn't learn from his past mistakes. And shortly after he was hit with a $148 million jury verdict in the case brought against him by Ruby Freeman and Shay, the two Georgia election workers, Giuliani went crying to conservative media outlets where he once again repeated his false claims that just cost him $148 million about these two women. He did that multiple times after being hit with the verdict. And so, the logical next step, Rudy Giuliani has once again been hit by another lawsuit from Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss. He's already been ordered to pay them $148 million, but because he didn't shut up, he now is being sued by them again. Here is what the new complaint says. Defendant Giuliani continues to spread the very same lies for which he's already been held liable. Defendant Giuliani's statements, coupled with his refusal to agree to refrain from continuing to make such statements, make clear that he intends to persist in his campaign of targeted defamation and harassment. It must stop. So Giuliani, former lawyer, former prosecutor, he should understand that, there's no double jeopardy here. Once you get found liable for defamation, that doesn't mean that, okay, well, now I can just keep defaming them because I've already been held liable and they can't do anything again, right? No, they can. And they are. And you're going to be in a lot of trouble because the jury already said you did it. Actually, the judge already said you did it. The jury said you did it to the tune of $148 million to their reputations. And I don't think you have the money to get hit with another $148 million verdict. But as MSNBC legal expert Barbara McQuaid pointed out, it may not be about the money. This may be about getting Giuliani to finally shut up and stop ruining these women's lives. Here's what McQuaid said on Morning Joe on Tuesday. They've already got $148 million as a judgment, so they're not looking for more money. What they really want is for Rudy to shut the hell up. By seeking a court order and injunction to stop spreading these lies, one of the things that the parties could do if he continues to do it is to seek a contempt order. Once they've got that injunction demanding that he stop, ordering him to stop, if he fails to do so, he could be held in contempt of court, and of course, with contempt, a judge has the ability to jail someone until they comply for up to 18 months. That may be what they're seeking here, is the ability to hold that over his head, and maybe that'll provide some disincentive to finally cause him to stop spreading these lies. So, is the threat of up to 18 months in jail enough to get Rudy Giuliani to finally shut the hell up? Probably not. I mean, honestly, I don't think it is. I think he will continue to do it. Because here's the thing, when he left the courtroom and he starts doing these interviews and he's once again repeating the false claims about the women, he said this. He said that his claims are supportable by the facts, but he's not going to release them just yet. He said, stay tuned. As if this is like a cliffhanger at the end of a season of a sitcom. Stay tuned for next season. No, if you actually had the evidence to support your claims, you would have brought it up in court. Why did you, okay, so you didn't defame them. You've got evidence to prove everything you said. You were sued for defamation, where all you had to do to not get hit with $148 million was provide this evidence that you swear to God you have. You just didn't want to yet? No, that makes no sense because it's not true, folks. Giuliani's going to keep running his mouth. And in the end, it could quite literally cost him everything. And if he keeps running his mouth, I genuinely hope that it does.